Hey guys, what's up? It's Joru Gaming here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a brand new CSGO commentary episode. And today, guys, we are going to be talking about the most dreaded thing that people just don't want to hear about in the middle of summer when all the stores go on a binge and they just throw all the school supplies at you, and you're like, no, I'm here for groceries. That's all I'm here for. I don't want any of your nonsense. School is something that is not supposed to be in sight or even a thought in the amazing heat, summertime, and everything like that. But in today's episode, guys, we are going to be talking about school. What a noun. It's a thing that just people don't want to hear. Even though it's a great learning, obviously you're learning there. It's a great learning curve on, being a better person and everything. But I really just want to throw at you what school is really like. Not a lot of people know what high school is like. It's a big transition from middle school and elementary. It's not something that people, realize in the moment. It's kind of you learn as you go. But really, school isn't that bad. It's just people just don't want to be there, and since you're surrounded by all that negativity, it's not one thing that you can process on your own. It's you're influenced by other people's thoughts. And I really want to talk about school. It's my first day as this is uploaded, not as I'm recording it, so I really don't have a microphone set up in my classroom recording this when everyone is silent. Oh, Jimmy, get off the counter! No, that's not happening. That never happens. But it might. But anyways, guys, school. It's a great thing that you need. That is just I don't even know how to explain it. It's a thing where you go inside and there's teachers in it. There's a principal. There's there's ladies at the front office that you see when you go check in or have a package. Really nothing too fascinating about it, right? It's just that. It's people in a building working with peers and students and a whole bunch of people. If you think about it like that, it doesn't seem too fascinating. But really, those people inside that school are making ideas. They're generating ideas. They're writing them down on a piece of paper, and they are like telling you guys like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a cookie dough drive, No, that was more of elementary, but it's whatever. You're like, oh my gosh, I want to sell cookie dough. And then they give you a price sheet, and there's like a pyramid. It's like, oh, I want a PS4 right there. That's my goal. You never get it, okay? You never get it. I remember in the first grade, I was like, I'm going to sell so much cookie dough, but then you don't realize when you're a kid, it doesn't really work out your way. So it's like, no, you're not getting any PS4s today. It's not like that, but it's really fun getting to learn what the difference is between when you're a elementary student to a middle school student to a high school student. When you realize that you need like some discipline, a lot of people don't realize that, when they're in elementary, they're kind of lenient, but in 7th grade and 8th grade, it's just like you need some discipline where we're putting the band hammer down on you, and it's not fun. It's definitely a wake-up call, and it's all natural. It's not like you're getting a coffee and you're like all jittery. That's what's going to cause your wake-up call. It's like people don't realize that you really need to like mature as you grow into new grades. And when you meet new people, some people in high school are really mature compared to what you were in middle school to 9th grade. It's just like nobody wants to talk to a guy like that, or a person or a girl. I'm not, guy, not just guy, but it's something that you need to learn, and you may have had that experience of getting shut down of something that you really wanted to do, or like a stern warning, but that's like the moment that you realize that I need to fudging grow up. It's not something that happens over time. It's something that happens like right then, but when you think about that, that's when it starts happening over time, and you're like, I need to change something about me. And it's a life changer. Like, if I don't change this, what are my kids gonna be like in school? And then you're gonna realize when they're in high school, it's just like, man, what was I doing back then? I must have been doing something wrong. Yeah, you were, okay? But really, school is a lovely place to meet people. It's a lovely place to, get to learn new things and go home and go tell your family about it if they, care enough. Not all families worry about that, because it's just like you're learning. I've learned probably about the same things as you did when I was in school. You're learning the same things right now, but it's something that you should always take into consideration. If your parents don't ask, just say, hey, this is what I learned today. Or if like the situation comes up where your teacher was like, hey, let's add, I don't know, something where the scenario fits, like, oh yeah, I learned about metaphoric rocks that happen, and how they happen and everything like that. So like when you're on a hike or something and you see like a cool rock, you would know what it is. So scenarios don't always come up, but you got to make the scenarios. It's something that you need to learn. And really, school is just an awesome place. You get to go to each class. You get to see new people every class, so you're not stuck with the same people for 7 hours. And that drives you insane. Unless it's always good to have one person that has the same classes as you over the school year. But then when midterm comes up, or quarter, or whatever, like college or high school, everything's about different. But when it comes to like middle school and under, everything's kind of the same, so you don't really switch classes. But in middle school through end of college, everything is going to switch. Your quarter, your trimester, your semester, everything is going to change. And then you're like, whoa, I'm getting new people. But it's almost like if you had a fresh start, but you've already learned all the stuff. It's just that you have new people, or people are moving into your class, you're moving out. It's something above those lines. But really, with those like quarters, semesters, or something like that, it's always good to have that fresh start, that clean slate. It's not gonna change what it says on your record or anything like that. It's just gonna change how you look at school. It's like almost if you had a school year in between one, so 9th to 10th you have one in between, so it's like you get that nice feeling of relaxation, because all the hard stuff is right behind you. It's that last little stretch, those last 3 weeks that you need to stretch or stride for the ultimate goal of getting that A or that B or that C, something that you really want to focus on. And you want to make those plans right before you get to school. Not in some situations. Your plan's not always going to work out, because it might be an AP class, it might be because you have friends in that class, you're not focused. But it's really something that you need to focus on and change over time, or at least remain dormant, to where it's not like always constantly in your head, but it's at least a thought that pops up into your head every once in a while. But sports get in the way. Awesome football, Friday Night Lights always gets in the way. Come on, everyone loves Friday Night Lights. It's a great experience. You get to meet new friends, and a lot of people go to them, so you can cheer on your team. and it's a blast. There's concessions everywhere. There's people running around. There's the annoying middle schoolers going to go check out the football game because they think they're tough and cool. But really, that's not. They're trying to show off over there. But you're up in the stands cheering on your team, and it's super awesome. You're having fun. You got confetti everywhere. Maybe not, but you got fireworks, lights. You got everything. You got the awesome football players, and yeah, so really, it's something that you should always look forward to. And really, once you get past the middle part of the year, it's just like it's so relaxing. There's nothing stressing you out until like finals come up. But most teachers really, really are lenient with the finals. They're like, oh, you only got to write a 2-paragraph essay. Wow. That's a shocker, right? That's a shocker. But really, some teachers, I'm not going to lie, some of my teachers, like 3 of my teachers, put their finals before the finals day was. So we have like finals one day. So we have like 1, 3, and 5, and then 2, 4, 6 on the next day. And really, it's so awesome because some of those days, like, let me explain this. But if you have like 1, 3, and 5 the first day, 1 is already done. You can sleep. You can do whatever. Teachers probably aren't gonna care unless you're playing like a game or something outside. 3, if that's done, then you're awesome. You're set. It's like you only have a 2-hour day, and then 5th period comes up and you got a final. So you got all day to study as long as you're not sleeping or you're playing games. But then you got finals that 5th period, and everything's super easy. You're super relaxed, and then the fifth period final paper time essay due time. It's done. You're like, oh, relaxation. Drop the paper and you slam it down on the teacher's desk. Not really, but you slam it down, and everything's relieved. And then you really just don't want to focus on what the next day has to offer. It's like after that, you can work on that. You got 24 hours until the end of the next day, and you got at least 18 hours between then to finish something that you need. That's plenty of time with you got 9 hours really, because if you're sleeping for 9 hours, 9 hours right there. Pretty fudging awesome. But then the next day comes in, 2, 4, 6. 2 you already got done. 4 you got a final in, and then 6, bam, nothing. You get sleep. But really, to me, what happened to me is I had none in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fifth, and then the next day rolled over. 2 was done, 4 was done, 6 was done. Oh my gosh, it's just a day where I can do absolutely nothing. And oh my gosh, it was a blast. But really, that finals week, you just gotta kill it. You gotta put in that hard work for at least two weeks, and you should be good. And remember, the number one rule that you should always keep in mind, that always, I said that you shouldn't you can at least keep it dormant, but really, the little things are gonna make the big things a lot easier. You do not want to procrastinate. You always want to make sure you have a pencil. You always got to make sure that you got a sharpener. You got a sharpened pencil. You want to make sure that all your homework is done before you get to that class, and you're not rushing to do it, because then you're just your work isn't as good. If you think of it as YouTube videos, it's quality over quantity, right? If you don't want to rush a big video. Like some of my videos, like my 2 years on YouTube, some of my bigger ones, like my I'm trying to think of one, but my Minecraft Skywars montage. You do not want to rush those little bits, because it's like, oh dang, we got a video up in 10 minutes. We got to rush and do one real quick. No, you really want to, incorporate that time and use it to your advantage, because if you're not going to use that to your advantage, then why do you even have that time? Might as well make the essay due the day after you get the assignment, So you want to use your time wisely. That's really all I'm saying about that. You just don't want to procrastinate as a whole. And, as me, everything that I'm trying to say, or at least trying to pitch to you, that actually means something to me, and I've had personal experience with it, and it's a blast. School is something that you should always cherish, because people just didn't care about school. Some people do, some people don't. Not saying that past generations didn't care about school. It's just because some people just don't like the school factor. They just want to hang out with their friends, go to the bathroom, go hit some vapes, and it's mad vapes, right? Mad vapes. That's all they want to do, right? That's all they want to do. They don't really care about what assignments they do. As long as they get like a B or a C, they're fine, right? But really, that's not going to cut it. If you're going to want to go off to go to a nice school and nice college, you can't have that happen. You can't be hitting the fat rips up in New York when you should be at school, hitting the fat A's, But really, all in all, school is a wonderful place. Hope you guys enjoy your time in school. If you guys aren't in school, then, kudos to you. You guys should have a fun first day like I am right now. And really, really make sure to make this year the best one. And then even improve that next year. Because you never know what's going to happen this year. You never know what's going to happen next year. And make sure, if there's an opportunity for you to, ask out a girl, what's wrong with that, right? What's wrong with that? You always want to go say hi, or at least do something that, is friendly. Always take that chance. What's the worst that can happen? You guys just, don't talk for a couple of days, and you should be fine. And it's something that you should just always do. I don't see a problem with it, and you just got to go up and be a man, right? Or be a girl, go up there and not saying don't be a girl, but be I'm talking about girls. Be a girl, go ask the guy out, or be a guy, go ask the girl out. And it's definitely something that you should always think about. And make sure you have everything planned. That's always good. You always want to plan out everything. But anyways, guys, I'm Joru Gaming here. This is school. This is what has to happen. Everything's not 100% perfect, and make sure to have a blast at school. If you are in school right now, have fun. If you aren't, then your time will come. But anyways, guys, I'm Joru Gaming here, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace. Really? School is awesome. Come on now. Friday Night Lights. I'm out.